New best in slot magic robes? Desert Treasure 2? Not one, but 4 new farmable bosses? The new Ruinous Prayer book? New best in slot rings? And upgrades for the newly released yet still underwhelming Ancient Sceptre. Welcome to my video. I'm TombGoblin and I'd love to talk about it. While some secrets lie buried deep, others have been scattered to the winds. 4 remnants of a forgotten fallen empire, untouched and undiscovered for lifetimes. Are you prepared to uncover the mysteries of what these new boss and quests will have in store for us? It's no secret that 4 repeatable bosses, each with their own unique drops, is a first for questing in old school. While the designs aren't yet finished, we expect the bosses to have a wide difficulty range. Some sit at a level of accessibility you might expect from enemies like Vorkath, while others are shaping up to be the toughest post-quest encounters ever made. In accordance with the new polling process, if the top-level concepts below pass the poll, it will be moved to the community consultation phase. The new BIS Robe Set. Originally proposed as a reward from Next back in October 2021, it's well past time to take these ancient magic boosting robes off the shelf. And where better to obtain them than the sequel to the quest that granted you ancient magics in the first place? BIS robes are a powerful high-level magic armor set that boosts the powers of the ancient elements: blood, ice, shadow, and smoke. Of course, it also comes with some hefty magic damage bonuses. Upgrades for the Ancient Sceptre. It feels like only a couple weeks ago we were paying Eblis a visit after securing our 1 in 50 ancient icon drop from the Phantom Muspa. In keeping with the Desert Treasure theme, Jagex would like each of the bosses to drop an untradeable gem in the style of the gems from the Tombs of Amazcut, corresponding with their respective ancient elements. These gems could be combined with the Ancient Sceptre to buff the chosen element. Jagex has some really saucy ways in mind to buff these elements in a way that'll really shake up the meta, focusing primarily on the ice and smoke elements. A whole bunch of monsters are immune to poison and freezing. Jagex wants to propose freeze and poison penetration as new offensive stat option. This would let Jagex offer buffs for these gems and other items that'll let you freeze and poison enemies that you've never been able to before, opening up new room for experimentation in combat. New rings? The Fremennik rings have been best in slot for their respective niches since 2005. Although the Berserker ring is the standout, it's time to level up on the jewelry front. And while Jagex is not dead set on the fine details, they'd like to explore a set of rings that'll take the Fremennik ring's crown. Capitalizing on their overall ideals, Jagex hopes to focus the new rings in best in slot melee strength, ranged accuracy and range strength, magic accuracy and magic damage, and slash bonus and melee strength. To really put the cherry on the cake, these new rings are going to be super powerful right out of the box. So you won't need to spend extra time in Nightmare Zone, Soul Wars, or the PvP arena to imbue them. The Ruinous Prayers. Alrighty alphas, take the hot dogs out of your pockets and prepare yourselves for this one. Now greenlighted and moving to the community consultation phase, Jagex is focusing on these prayers being viewed as more of a trade-off in opposition to a hard upgrade, and reiterating that they are not aiming for a carbon copy of RuneScape's ancient curses. They want the ruinous powers to stand out on their own. One of the most obvious trade-offs Jagex could make is the power of defensive prayers like Protect for melee, range, and magic. What if they reduced damage by 90% instead of 100%, but granted additional offensive powers or some other utility? The possibilities are limitless. What do you think? Are the new best in slot magic robes and rings ready to come into old school RuneScape? Be sure to do your part and vote at the nearest poll booth near you. If you would care to stay up to date with more old school RuneScape news and content, please, with the totality of your strength, rear up and special attack the fuck out of those like and subscribe buttons. And until our next endeavor, my gothic cloth wielding sloths, TombGoblin out.